What's up, fishing friends? Welcome to Tim's School Fishing. Classes in session. Today, we're going to take a look at a new traditional slip joint knife from Kershaw. This is called the Kershaw Brandywine, and it is a red bone Stockman. So, let's get this camera spun around and take a closer look. All right, this is the Kershaw Brandywine medium Stockman in red bone. It comes in this little box here. On the outside of the box, it says Brandywine RB for red bone and the model number 4382RB. So, comes in this little plastic. There's a little bit of paperwork in there. There we go. Fit and finish looks good. I don't see any gapping. Nice and smooth, no stepping. So these covers here are red bone. We've got nickel silver bolsters and a nickel silver double bomb shield that says Kershaw there. That shield is a 3D shield, so it is raised. We've got brass pins. The transitions from the bolster to the covers is smooth. We've got no proud pins. Of course, you can feel that shield because it is a 3D shield. It's meant to be standing up. No gaps between the bolsters and the cover on that side. No gapping on this side either. Smooth transitions, no proud pins. Fit and finish is really good on this. So we've got stainless steel back spring, brass liners. Kershaw has released a few traditional slip joints. I got this one from Chicago Knife Works. If you go to Chicago Knife Works, you have to do 2 different searches to see their entire line of slip joint knives. The best way to do it is type in Kershaw slip, and that's it. Because for some of them, they put slip joint as 1 word. For some of them, they put slip joint as 2 words. So if you put Kershaw slip, that'll cover everything. And then you have to do a second search. And if you search Kershaw traditionals or Kershaw traditional, you'll see the rest of them. They also have a trapper called the Kershaw Gadsden, a Barlow style knife called the Kershaw Culpepper that many of you guys have seen. They have a couple larger folders, single-bladed folding knives. And then we've got a large Stockman called the Kershaw Iredale. And then we've got a 2-bladed jackknife similar to a doctor's pattern called the Kershaw Allegory. So as far as I can tell, the only ones that have been released in this red bone so far is the Kershaw Culpepper, which is the Barlow, the Kershaw Brandywine, which is this one, a medium Stockman, and the Kershaw Gadsden, which is the Trapper. So I'm assuming that they're going to release the large Stockman called the Iredale in red bone, what I'm going to call a doctor's knife, the Kershaw Allegory, I would imagine they're going to release in red bone. So anyway, go to Chicago Knife Works, check it out. It's a lot cheaper there than on Kershaw's website. However, at Chicago Knife Works, this is the only one that they have in red bone currently. If you want the Trapper or the large Stockman in red bone, you're going to have to go to the Kershaw website at this time. That could change. So let's take a look at this. Enough rambling. Length on this one is right at 3.5 inches. I think they did an excellent job on that red bone. I think the color is beautiful. I like that 3D shield. So we've got a nail nick pull. We've got our standard clip point blade. We've got Kershaw there on the blade. Over here, we've got 4382RB, which is the model number. Some kind of little K looking thing. Maybe that's a Kershaw logo or something. And D2. The pull on that clip point blade is about a 4. It's a little bit weak. The length on that clip point blade is 2.5 inches. On our secondary blade, we also have a nail nick pull. Here's our spay blade. Spay blade is kind of pointy for a spay blade. All these blades are D2 steel. Overall length on that one is 1 3/4. And then we've got our other secondary blade, same length as the spay blade, 1 3/4, on our sheep's foot there. From butt to tip on the clip point is 6 inches. So I am not the biggest fan of Stockmans, but when I saw this, I had to have it. And it's in D2 steel. And on Chicago Knife Works, this was less than $20. If you go to the Kershaw website, you're going to pay more than $20. Good snap on these secondary blades. We've got no half stops on this one. The pull on the sheep's foot is about a 5. It's a little bit stronger than on the clip point blade. Good snap. No half stop. The pull on that spay blade is also about a 5. Nice spay blade there. I really like that spay blade. Good snap on the spay blade. The one complaint that I have heard with these Kershaw traditionals, especially with the Culpeper, the Barlow style traditional, is that the pull was a little bit mushy and the snap was a little bit lazy. Now the walk is very smooth, but I mean the walk is very smooth. The talk on the 2 secondary blades is very vocal. I would agree that the pull on this is a little bit weaker than on a lot of other slip joints. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's certainly not the best. But I still think it is such a beautiful knife. I will tell you that the edges, the edge grind on all of these blades, it's just perfect. And they are wicked sharp, extremely sharp. They did a really great job on that. So I just wanted to take a quick look at that one today. I do like this Redbone series. Eventually, if they release the others in Redbone, I'd like to get those as well, despite the fact that the pull is a little soft and the snap and talk is a little bit lazy. The action is smooth. It's just kind of got a weak pull, but I forgive that because it's such a beautiful knife, and I can forgive that because it's D2 steel and it comes with a wicked sharp edge. So I can forgive them for a little bit of a weak pull. There you go, boys and girls. That is the Kershaw Brandywine Stockman in Redbone. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate you giving me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I enjoy interacting with you guys in the comments. That's it for this episode of Tim's School of Fish, boys and girls. Class dismissed.